I think this is the best news that I have heard since the day I started in the business, which is just over a year ago. You know, when I started a year ago, we were taking flights out. Here we are today, actually talking about growing our mid-haul business quite significantly. So to hear the PM come out and give us a date, which we can now really get fired up and hit, is the best news that I have heard. And I can tell you, I know it's going to mean a lot to all of us in Air New Zealand.
So our intention is to eventually launch all of the routes that we used to fly to in Australia. From day one, we'll be flying to Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne and Perth. Hopefully we'll be able to add in Gold Coast and Adelaide in there as well. And then gradually we'll introduce the likes of Cairns and Maroochydore more later on as those reach into their key seasonality. But you know, we're looking at all of those ports, all of the places we flew. We want to be back flying to and from Australia.
I think we're going to see quite a bit of demand in the first instance, and I think in particular as school holidays come around, people have now got another destination to go to, which is incredibly exciting both ways, and we're going to be ready for it, and we're going to do a terrific job looking after all our Air New Zealand customers.
Well, essentially the aircraft are ready to go. It's really just making sure that everything's in working order, and we're trying to, I guess, preempt the issues that may occur, but essentially the aircraft are ready. It's really just making sure those borders are open.
Obviously with the way the aviation sector has been for the past 12 months, then no doubt there'll be some significant competition, and you know, some of the other carriers close by to us will be operating services also, but we are really well placed to deliver to our customers' expectations, to give them that full Air New Zealand experience as they start to travel on the Tasman again. So yeah, really looking forward to welcoming people back on board.
Everyone's dying just to go somewhere different. We saw that domestically back in July when things opened up there, and this huge surge of demand where all of a sudden everyone can do something. A huge level of excitement, I think. Look, it might taper off initially after that big boost, but we're aiming at delivering about 70% of our pre-COVID capacity in that first week. And that's a huge amount, right, for a startup with a 3 to 4 weeks lead time. And so we're committing to delivering a lot of capacity into the market to satisfy that demand.
The opportunity now for us to be able to bring some people back into the business, which is what we've been doing over the last couple of months, and I think creates a platform for potentially even more growth, just changes the whole tenor of how we're feeling about the airline industry. Because the reality is, it has been tough. You know, we've been dealing with borders opening and closing, and we'll still have some of that, I'm sure. But now we're seeing some real growth. We're able to get out there and get some wide-bodied flying going, which, you know, up until now has been basically cargo with some returning passengers. I just can't say enough about what this means to us as a business. It's awesome.